beginning with issue number 1. Mike Baron wrote Marvel's The Punisher for over 5 years, approaching it as a straight crime comic, without any superheroes, aliens, or robots. Over the course of 60 issues, Baron elevated the gritty anti-hero into one of the most popular and enduring characters in the Marvel Comics universe. Now he brings that same ultra-realistic intensity to his latest graphic novel, Thin Blue Line. In the middle of a long, hot summer, a police shooting ignites a city. Activists, opportunists, and provocateurs descend to riot, loot, burn, and kill. Thin Blue Line follows Officer Valeria Baca and her partner as their detail guarding the mayor turns into a battle for survival. Ride along on this harrowing tale of 2 brave law enforcement officers fighting for their community and their own survival in a world gone mad. Eisner winner Mike Baron has created an alarming tale that unflinchingly examines human fallibility on every level. Along with penciler Joe Arnold, himself a full-time police officer, and talented inker Jeff Slemons, they've created a moving and entertaining story ripped straight from today's headlines. Thin Blue Line exposes the defund the police movement and its consequences for society, but several comic book companies have refused to publish it. Now we're asking you to join the effort to distribute it independently and help support the men and women of law enforcement. Get your copy of the only graphic novel to offer an unflinching and not always flattering look at the men and women of law enforcement during a time when we need them the most. Not all heroes wear capes. It's a thin blue line between the rule of law and a world of chaos. Which side are you on? Thin Blue Line by Mike Baron. Order now on Indiegogo.
Hey everyone, how are you? Good morning or good afternoon. This is another edition of Comics and Coffee. I'm your slightly exhausted host, Don Chin, here with you on another beautiful Wednesday. my wife and I have 3 dogs, and two of them decided to have diarrhea yesterday. So like every 2 hours at night, we were having to deal with our dogs. So I'm just like running on fumes today. Hopefully my guests will understand if they have pets. But yeah, it's not been fun, and we need to get some medicine for them. But it's like it hasn't been too bad. You know, I'm sure it's worse if you have kids and they're doing this. But this has been the first time our dogs have, 2 of them have had this intestinal issue, and it's been quite challenging. We just had a little accident about 5 minutes before the show was going to start, but crisis averted. Everything's calm at the moment. If you hear my wife screaming in the other room, you'll know what's going on. But thank you for everybody coming this morning. We have a few people in the chat I want to acknowledge before we get started. D-Wag's in the house. He got first. Hey, D-Wag. And then Abo Grizzly, also always our great promoter out in Texas, Mo and Joe. Good morning. And we also have Marvin from The Edge. Marvin, we'll definitely have you on when you're ready to launch your The Edge. I think you have like a trade paperback or collection coming out in May. So Marvin has been on our show before. So today, guys, before we get into the show with our guests, which are Edwin and Passion for Drawing, I did want to acknowledge some a thank you. I did get some comics in the mail from a Larry Young, who's on Comics Talk with Dan Shaheen's show. And Larry's done a lot of work for Image. In fact, this is one of the first books I think Charlie Adler did before he worked on Walking Dead. So Larry graciously sent me a huge trade paperback of Astronauts in Trouble. He's got like a making of book that he signed, something called Black Diamond, but he sent me just a whole bunch of cool stuff. So Larry, thank you so much for your generosity. I did send him some comics, and if anybody out there wants to trade your books for my books, hit me up on Twitter or email me, and I'd be glad to do that. Hey, we have Wise in the house and Pops. All right, we got a few people here. We're going to have some pretty awesome giveaways today. This is like my biggest giveaway show ever. Besides our guests are going to be donating either digital or physical copies of things that they've worked on. But I also have, courtesy of Douglas Ernst at Iconic Comics. These are $20 trade paperbacks. These are pretty nice. So somebody's going to win not just 1 copy of Soul Finder, but 2. We have Demon's Match, and this one is called Black Tide. And these are like covers by Dave Dorman with kind of like spot UV. So really high quality books, $40 value. I think Pops is going to have his eye on this. He always seems to win. And then we have a digital copy of Hero Envy by my friend Keith Gleason, who does the Mighty Mascots. So there's going to be a trivia quiz like at 9:45 or 12:45. So that's our Quacky Quiz time. And then Edwin, who's our guest, has digital copies of the Ace as well that he's going to give away. So we're going to have all sorts of fun. Passion has his original book called Doom Fate, which he's going to be giving away as well. So stick around. It'll be worth your while. And we're going to have lots of fun giving away stuff. So when you hear the quacky duck, that means that we're going to do the quiz. And then we also have William in the house. Hi, William. William is the creator of 47 Furious Tales. And Wise, you might win something today. That would be great. Well, let's go ahead and bring in Edwin and Passion into the chat. The plan is I'm going to give them about 40 minutes to talk about their projects, so maybe 20, 25 minutes per person. Funny thing is Edwin's actually working on a book with Passion. So that will be interesting to talk about and how that relationship came into being. Hey, Genuine is here. That's Dave Brink. Dave, welcome back. I accidentally banished Dave a couple months ago from our chat, and I had to reinstate him. So it's good to see you, Dave. And he's the creator of Perfect 10, which I just read the first issue of. It's a very good book. If you guys have not seen that, he's got 2 issues out. He's doing signups for the third one, and it's very high quality. But anyways, let me go ahead and take that banner, the like and subscribe banner off, and let's get our guests in here. Morning, Edwin.
Morning.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good. Hey, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you in the States or Puerto Rico, or I can't recall.
Oh, I'm in New England.
Oh, you're in New England. Nice.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Oh yeah, it's freezing.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Puerto Rico. Moved
That's
to
what
the
I thought.
States. Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
younger. So pretty much
I
been
read
up
that
here.
on the inside of your book, kind of your
Yeah.
thank you to the fans. And so, how long have you lived in New England?
Oh God, it's been like 30 some years now.
Wow. Okay. So you're used to that cold weather, I guess.
I never get used to it, but you learn to live with it.
Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and bring Passion in as well. Hey, Passion, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I switched with Ace, so he moved to New England. I moved to Puerto Rico. We switched.
Seriously? Do you live in Puerto Rico?
No.
That would have been a good
No
story.
one's moving to Puerto Rico.
Do you prefer me call what's your first name, Passion? I forgot.
My first name's Rob. I mean, you can call me Passion or Rob, whatever you feel comfortable.
Okay. Hey, Rob. Nice to see you, my friend.
It's nice to meet you, Don.
Where do you hail from?
I'm originally from Chicago,
Okay.
so I'm up by where the Diaz brothers and Eddie Winkler originate from.
Okay.
So,
Have you ever been to that big arcade that the Diaz brothers work at?
yes,
Oh,
I
really?
know. I have the best man in my wedding. He actually lives right down the street from it, so I've been to it since it opened. So
Awesome.
yes, I'm very familiar with it. I've been there probably half dozen times.
Cool.
Didn't know Phil till a few years ago. So
Nice.
he was probably working there, and I didn't even know.
So are you living in Chicago area now, or
No, I'm out of state.
out of state? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
No
in
worries.
a better state.
In a better state. All
Yeah,
right.
Illinois is not a great state.
Well, let's who wants to go first? We have Tales of NOVETERRA, and we also have the Ace sign up. And I was going to play your trailer during the quiz portion. If you don't mind, we can kind of hold off on that. But do you want to share your screen, either one of you guys, or I can pull up your campaigns, whatever you're comfortable
We
with.
can have Ace go first because his isn't.
Yeah,
Is mine.
I'm actually on my phone, so I can't really share my
Okay.
sign up page.
I have it ready to go, my friend. No worries.
Awesome.
Edwin, are you working today, or?
Oh yeah, I'm working at a couple hours.
Can you say what your day job is, or is it top secret?
Not really top secret. I work with the public, so.
Okay. Nice. So are you on your lunch break right now, or?
Oh no, I'm just gonna get ready. Like I said, after I'm done here, I'll take a shower, get dressed, and then head to work.
Okay.
I'm going back
Cool.
to sleep.
I think all of us can use a nap. I'm definitely going to need a nap a little bit later. So we got a lot of fun people saying hi to everyone, Piggy and Pops and Dark Gifts. So welcome, guys, to the chat. Feel free to interject, chat, if you have any questions for Passion or Edwin about either of these projects, or either their past work as well. We're open topic show today. So Edwin, I got Ace Volume 1, and it was a fun read. I enjoyed it.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I got the I really like the metal print that you did of Akula.
Oh yeah, that was great. Shout out to Phoenix.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So how many metal prints did you guys do? Just this one, or?
Yeah, it was just that one. It was like a special kind of last minute edition, but it sold well, so people dug it. So probably gonna do another exclusive one for this new campaign coming up.
Okay, so I'm pulling it up here, and so when are you planning on going live?
It's gonna go live April 24th.
Okay, and how far along are you on it? Have you got quite a bit of it done, or is it still?
Yeah, that's pretty much all done. Just finished getting the last of the lettered pages. So right now, everything except the inside back cover is done, and I gotta send it to some proofreaders to look it over, just to double check the letters and see how everything looks.
Okay. Is it the
But yeah,
same art team as before, or do you have a different team?
most of it, the main artists are the same. Canales is still doing the main story. Then I have Sweens doing the backup story, and then Hal's doing the a little backup origin story. Did have to get a new colorist, so Hal is actually coloring Canales pages this time around.
Okay.
Yep.
So, is it going to be, how many pages do you anticipate?
It's 32 pages.
Okay, nice. So I did read it, and I was wondering, you have kind of like two, like on the 6 a.m. Stickers, you have two versions of the ace.
Yep.
And I was going to ask you, is there more than one? So it's like this guy's costume is different from his.
Yep, the second one is actually based on the Mike McMahon print that you also got there.
Okay.
He did a different color scheme. So
I think, okay. So it's just it's the same character, but it's just a different.
Yep, that one.
Okay. So, and then on your the campaign, you've got a different looking fish guy besides Akula. So can you kind of share what his story is, or?
Yeah, that's Glena right there, the orange shark guy. That's part of the Kula origin story. It's a 4-page origin that How Comics is drawing and colored, and it basically gives you some backstory on Akula before he meets the ace. As you see in the little panel there, Akula actually has both his legs working. Anybody who read that actual issue, he's got metal legs when he meets the ace. This is a bit of a flashback, gives you like a younger Akula, to kind of a little bit of inspired by Sons of Anarchy in a bit. So it's a fun little adventure. Akula kind of took off on the first book, so just wanted to give people a little more kind of insight into him.
Ron Perlman would be perfect for Akula's voice. Like if he did he would be great.
Yeah.
He'd be perfect.
So Edwin, what inspired you to make the shark character? Did you ever read any like Savage Dragon and see like I think there's a character in there called Mako that's kind of a big shark guy.
Yeah, no, I never read too much Savage Dragon. I was more like a Young Blood, Cyberforce fan. That was one of the few books but like I said, a lot of inspiration. I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan. So like the idea of like this, the humanoid / animal, I've been thinking about. Then Passion actually helped kind of narrow him down, recommended making him a shark. That's kind of.
Do you remember Street Sharks?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that guy that was trying to help, the guy that helped Eastman and Laird, his name was Mark Friedman. And when I was doing the hamsters, we kind of had a little dialogue going, but nothing ever really came of it. But I think Street Sharks was his next shot at creating another Ninja Turtle. So that was his brainchild. So Edwin, what's the story on these 4 kind of intergalactic people that are in the bottom?
Yeah, so those are the Godless. They're basically kind of like a special forces. They're basically this alien team that's been sent by the president and the ruler of the other side of the universe that sends them over to Earth to track down the ace and bring them back to their home planet.
Okay.
So yep, they get introduced in this. Basically, for anybody who missed out on the first volume, it's basically gives you the story of David Diaz, who's the guy who's underneath the armor of the ace, and he basically discovers the armor and has it for about 6 months or so, and then one day Akula ends up showing up at his front door looking to take the armor for himself.
Right.
So
I read that. That was a fun a fun story, and him protecting his mom. And so did you come up with the Ace? Like, has it been kind of like a character that you've had in your mind for a long time, and you finally brought him to life with issue 1? Or, you know, is it kind of something you thought of when you were younger, or is it pretty much a recent creation?
It's pretty recent. The Ace is inspired by a lot of the stuff that I grew up on. Books like Dark Hawk, Sleepwalker, Death Set 2, kind of those early 90s kind of weird, funky books Marvel used to do.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So yeah, I've always, like a lot of people, I grew up wanting to be an artist. I wanted to write and draw these books myself. And, once Comicsgate kind of came around, the character kind of fell on my lap thanks to Sween's, who ended up creating basically the design of the character. And I was really a big fan of it. And I just thought, like, there might be more to this. And so I just kind of started tossing around ideas in my head, and then I kicked it to some of the guys like Passion. And, it just kind of all came together. I got really inspired to just kind of start writing and start kind of like seeing if I could bring this character to life. And, it's kind of been the last 4 or 5 years. That's kind of everything just came together.
So the Ace is the first one is your very first comic ever. Is that correct? Yep. Nice. What was the funnest thing about doing it that you can share?
My favorite thing was really just the creating, sending the pages to Canales after I sent him the script, and he would send me the pages back, and it kind of became real after a while. Like I started to get together the whole main story, and like there it was, this little script that I wrote turned into reality. And that still never gets tired. Anytime I get any pages back from artists, it just kind of like, it brings a smile to my face, just seeing like what I wrote down being made real by these talented artists. So it's always awesome.
Yeah, definitely. That's a big high that I enjoy when you get the art back, and then that's exciting. You get the black and white art back, and then you see it get colored, and then you see the lettering, and that whole process is a big, very exciting, I have to say, for sure. So Edwin, Angelique, is that the name of this character on the right?
Yep.
Okay. So I know she's not looking too happy. What's her beef with the Ace? She wants the armor too?
Yeah, basically it's not really about David. David kind of fell into this this thing that's basically the most sought after prize in the universe. Basically, in David's world, it's just a normal Earth. There's no superheroes, there's no aliens, there's nothing. It's just a normal world. And then once he ends up gaining the armor, something happens, and basically the rest of the other side of the universe, which is basically left Earth alone. Earth is really kind of insignificant. This whole side of our Milky Way and all that doesn't really matter to the rest of the universe. So
Gotcha.
Once the armor is known that it's alive and it's back, that's when things get triggered, and a lot of different creatures and different people from different planets and worlds all have their own agendas. And Angelique, she's the main antagonist in the second volume. She had a little short origin story in the first one. She was the little girl who lost her family.
Right.
So she basically is looking to get the armor for her, her own need, or her own need of vengeance.
And to make her a little bit bigger so people can see. Did she have a little bit of what would you call it? Is she a little bit inspired by what's Angela from Spawn?
No, I never. Like I said, Spawn wasn't really one of the Image books I read too much of. I was mostly like a team book guy. So like, but she's basically mostly inspired by a mix of like the Amazonians and the Thanagarians.
Okay.
She's basically like Wonder Woman / Hawk Girl.
Okay.
Except
cool.
like, she's more of like on the evil spectrum.
Now I see you're in sign up right now, which I've got the the link running. So, folks, if you haven't signed up yet, please do so. What do you know what the sticker is that you're offering, Edwin, for the
Yep.
backers?
Yeah, it's actually on my Twitter. Ended up posting it to you like last week. It's a
Okay.
oversized sticker by How Comics. It's an incredible kind of. It came out even sicker than I imagined. So I might actually make it into a shirt or something because the
Okay.
design is insane. But yeah, it's just like a cool like. It's inspired by Mark Middleton. He did the Grave Robbers. He ended up
Okay.
having the little skull logo as like an oversized sticker for his campaign, and I thought it was really cool. It's actually one of the best things that I've gotten as far as like one of those like add-ons, to like a campaign. So like I said, Hal did a great job with it. You can go find it on my Twitter. I think it might be my pinned tweet. So you
Okay.
guys can check it out there if you want.
So Edwin, when you launch the new campaign, will there be opportunities to get the first edition, or are you going to reprint it, or?
Yeah, there's gonna be a second printing. It's gonna have a brand new cover. A lot of the stuff that I do is very limited. So like that cover that you got done, that's basically done. It will never get reprinted again. So we're
Okay.
gonna have a new cover by Joe Ball. Is doing like the cover, so you'll be able to get that and volume 2 in a tier.
Are there any other like stretch goals that you can share at this point in time, or is it kind of too early to?
Yeah, it's a little too early. I said I will have another of those metal prints for sure. We
Okay.
gotta talk to Phoenix about it, but yeah, definitely want to do that. Might do some prints, maybe trading cards. I'm still trying to put together, the campaign tiers and everything. So, but yeah, we'll definitely have some goodies like the first one. Make sure people get a bang for their buck. So, and I do have a bunch of art and stuff that's already kind of done and just ready to kind of be shown. And as the campaign gets closer, I'll start sharing more of that.
Okay. I just went to your Twitter, Edwin. So your pinned tweet, is that the cover or the sticker?
That's the cover right there. That's by Doodle Bags.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's
Yeah,
really nice.
so he did a tremendous job. You see Angelique, the ace, and that's Desi, one of the godless aliens.
Do you know how many variant covers you're going to do, or?
It's just the one cover.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice,
I
man.
only do one cover, and then like I said, like we'll have a new. Technically, it'll be like the new, the Joe Ball cover on the second printing of the volume 1, but that's it.
So the sticker, is that further down in your feed, or I can't tell if how far
Yeah,
I should scroll. Do you have the sticker somewhere?
yeah. Can you check the media?
Yeah, hang on a second. Will 6 a.m.
It's
be
up
doing
there.
any more stickers for
It's
you?
up there in the upper right. You can see it in the pictures on the right under the
Oh,
search bar. There it is.
Yeah,
is that
there
it
you
right
go.
there?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool, man.
yeah. You
That's
see the
sweet.
logo at the bottom, and then like that image of the ace, Angelique, and Kula.
Looks like something that should be
That's
on a
cool.
surfboard or a skateboard
Yeah,
or
that
something.
looks incredible.
Yeah, I can
We might be
imagine
doing
that,
more
like
with that. Yeah,
with the maybe like with a hollow foil background or something like that would be super cool. Or
yeah.
it makes me want to like have one of those tattoos you got when you were a kid. When you wear your arm and you stick it
Oh,
on your
temper
arm. And
tattoo. Yeah, that's
That'd be awesome. I wonder if anybody's
those are
done
really
that for
cool,
like a
man.
campaign.
That's a
You can do
great.
that simply. It's not hard.
It's not.
I love the
Nope.
design though, man. You
Make it
got
at home.
his face right there, and Akula and Angelique. That's a great image.
Yeah,
Cool.
how killed that. So yeah.
He did a great job. All right. Well, why don't we give Passion the floor, and we can talk about Tales of Noveterra. And Passion, you've been making the rounds, man. Every time I turn on my YouTube and I look at my subscriptions, you're streaming with somebody. How many shows have you been on since?
It's my 20th stream in 2 weeks. So yeah,
Wow,
I'm
you're working hard, dude.
Well,
You're working hard.
Yeah, I'm trying. But I'll be taking a little bit of a break after this. After this stream
Yeah, I
today,
hear you.
so,
Let me go ahead and pull up your
Yeah,
your
please.
campaign on Indiegogo. So you're more than halfway of your goal, which I think is 5,000, right?
Yeah, and we're like I said,
Okay.
we're 2 weeks. Today's 2 weeks mark.
All right. So I think
So the
it's
first
sharing
30
right
days.
now.
Yeah.
So there we go. Give us the lowdown. I mean, I know I watched you launch on Bancroft a couple weeks ago, and you guys were kind of pitching this as a, like maybe like a Savage Sword type of
Yep. Yeah, and you backed
throwback
it.
type
Thank you
of
very
project.
much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I love those growing up. The big oversized black and white magazines, and so what inspired you to do this?
Well, those magazines, number one. So this could be a 48-page minimum book. It'll be in black and white. It'll be magazine size. It'll be 8.5 by 11. I'd love to do oversized, but no one prints that right now, really. So that was kind of hard. And also, I was trying to get newsprint. No one prints a newsprint at that size either. So we'll probably go with like a standard magazine feel to it, and try to keep it as close to the original, but still make the art pop. But it's a sword and sorcery entertainment magazine, so it's got a little bit of that Savage Sword of Conan. It's got a little bit of the old Amazing Fantasy and those kind of pulp magazines, like right when Conan started. That's how Howard wrote his stories, were in pulp magazines. So we got a little bit of that in there, and then we got some Dungeons and Dragons type of stuff. There's going to be a role-playing module in it, in the back of the magazine as well. There's no articles really or anything like that. This is all, you can sit down and read it and it's entertainment from front to back. So we have 4 traditional stories, 4 sequential stories, and then the role-playing game. The sequentials come in at 28 pages. The traditional comes in at 10, and the role-playing stuff's going to come in at 10, so that's 48. And we're hoping to add more stuff to it. But,
yeah. I thought your price point was very reasonable.
Thank you.
And this cover is awesome. Who's your cover artist?
Ink Spots painted that, and I did the pencils for it. So he did most of the work, but I did the layout and the pencil work where I wanted everything and the characters, and he came in and did his magic on it. So it's like 20% me, 80% ink. So
is this a digital piece, or is it actual physically?
That's a digital piece. Nice. So I wanted to capture that old Savage Sword of Conan kind of cover, where it was, it was always 3 things. It was Conan fighting some monster to protect some hot chick. So that's what I wanted. And a lot of the old D&D stuff was like that too. So we wanted to kind of capture that. The logo was done by Howl Comics, who we just saw the amazing sticker he did, the amazing logo. He did the logo for it, and I wanted to capture more of a video game, Legend of Zelda kind of feel, World of Warcrafty feel kind of to the logo.
Gotcha.
Fantasy.
Who did you? What artist did you grow up really loving? In the sword and sorcery genre when you were growing up.
For me, it was pretty much Buscema was the man. So I mean, yeah, reading Conan was really cool when I was growing up. I'm a little bit older. I'm more your age, Don. Than
we're old.
Yeah, well, I remember when Hamsters came out. So
all right,
that's how old I am.
So you've been in this community for a while. Was Doom Fate your first comic, or did you do other stuff before that?
The one I did before that was actually a coloring book. It was 100 pages of fantasy creatures to color.
Okay.
So it did pretty good. And then everybody's like, why don't you do a comic? So I did a comic. So that was Doom Fate, which led into this. So
I see. So how much are you drawing in this?
I am doing all the stuff. Well, obviously I did the pencils on the cover. I'm doing all the illustrations for the role-playing stuff. So that the monsters that have all the stats in the back. There'll be some other artists doing some character stuff, but I did that. And then with the module itself, it'll be illustrated. I'm doing all the illustrations. And there's some illustrations here and there that I'll do little things here and there in the magazine. But I'm not doing the full art lifting on this one. I
Yeah.
did the writing on the sequential stories. Those are all written by me. So
How did you come to hook up with Edwin on this? Because I know he's one of your writers.
I've known Ace for 4 years now. We used to do a show called Drawing Aces, one of the first shows like this one
Okay.
in Comicsgate. We kind of blazed the path forward. There was no one else doing like what you're doing now. No one was doing it in CG. We were the only ones doing it.
Okay.
So we did that for about a year, Ace?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we became friends and colleagues, and we worked together on things here and there. So that's Ace and I have been friends ever since.
Have you guys ever met in person?
No.
Someday, right? Hopefully.
Yeah.
There'll be a con. There's no mistaking this is Preston's work. So how much is Preston doing on this?
He's got 8 pages in it.
Wow.
So yeah,
it's not cheap either. So I know that's he charges a lot. He's worth it though.
Yeah, he's does ink washes and Copic markers. So he pretty much painted those pages. I think he just did a different medium, but yeah, he did a fantastic orc story that I think it's pretty brutal, very heavy metal-esque. I think everybody like it.
Edwin, can I ask you, Edwin, what your story's about?
Yeah, it's a story about a guardsman. Basically, he ends up going to this inn and telling a story to the innkeeper, and it's pretty. I think it's pretty fun. It's got a nice couple of nice twists and turns in it.
Who's drawing that story?
There'll be illustrations with it, and
Okay.
Simon Poitier is most likely going to do a few illustrations for that story.
Gotcha.
Where those are traditional prose; those are not going to have sequentials. So it's like you sit down and you actually read a story, and then there'll be a few company pieces of art with it to kind of
nice
go with it.
That's awesome. How many pages is that story, Edwin?
I'm not sure. It's being edited right now.
It's going to be about two-page story. Every story is going to be for that. It's going to be about 2 pages. With the illustrations, it might move around, but we haven't got the exact. But it's going to be about 2 pages each, so it's not heavy read. We're not throwing a novel at you.
Okay.
Short stories. So
Rob, what's your anticipated delivery date on this project, if you found?
I'm pretty much going to shoot for July. I think July's I'd like to be the first CG book that's actually early. All the sequential, the cover's done, the sequential work is done, the dialogue's done, the writing's in editing mode for the stories. The D&D module is in the editing mode and testing. So things could be wrapped up in a few months, and then it's just lay out the book and print it. So most of the heavy lifting's all been done. It's a couple of months, and then about printing, and sometimes that could take longer than we want. So that's why I put July, just in case. We'll see how things shake out here in the spring.
Are you hoping to print it in the U.S. or are you going out of the?
It'd be the U.S. It'd be the U.S. because it's not going to be a huge print run. I mean, I hope it's a huge print run, but if we're like 100, 200 copies, they'll probably stay in the States. They'll try to get that done. Shipping and all that stuff. So, it's a pretty cool book.
It looks awesome. How did your earlier books do, Rob? Like the coloring book and then Doom Fate.
Coloring book did like 8K, and then the Doom Fate ended up doing about 14. And then I had another coloring book that did not fund, but I've also worked on other books. I did Grave Robbers with Mark Middleton that did like 8. And then I did a story for Raging Golden Eagle and his book Blade Devil, and that did $350,000. So
wow, I think I saw you on Rage's show. This wasn't that like last night or something? Or
last night.
You had quite a few viewers. Did you get any Any backers or?
I get a couple backers. Yeah, his audience is very specific. So it's they're manga anime people. So
Nice.
yeah, but we got some good talent on this book. Every story is pretty cool.
Would you like to make it on? Actually, I didn't ask Edwin this either, but is this something you'd like to do like on a quarterly basis or yearly, or you're not? This is just a one-time thing?
No, I'd like to do this. I have plans for multiple books. I'd love to do more. This is just kind of the start. So if we get to like 10K eventually, it'd be nice that would go ahead and I would start the next book immediately. So what I do is I already have a team that could go for the second book, and I would rotate teams. So like this team is willing to come back. They want to come back, do more. So they would do issue 3. They would start issue 3 right away. And then I would have, the new team. It'd be new characters and stuff too that I created in stories that are in this world. But it would be all new artists. So my second issue idea is have it kind of an homage to Shonen Jump magazine. And I have a lot of manga artists. That would be really cool. So it would be it'll be Tales of Noveterra, but the logo would be in Japanese, and
how cool is that?
This whole cool like our version of that.
That's a great idea, man. So Edwin, back to you, my friend. On the Ace, are you planning on that being ongoing, or is it more of a finite series?
Oh no, that's an ongoing story. It's like I have tons of ideas and things I want to do with it, spin-offs, characters, and it's kind of my baby, It's kind of I'm completely all in on it. As long as people fund it, I'll keep putting them out.
Can you share what any future projects are for you besides Ace Volume 2 and this project with Passion?
Yeah, I actually have another story that's out right now. It's by Alterna Comics. I'm part of the winter campaign. They had the anthology series called It Came Out on a Wednesday.
Right.
So on the current campaign, issue number 18, which has the kind of Rockefeller cover, I have a 7-page Viking story in there, drawn by Avery Butterworth. Yep.
I'm sorry, who's your artist on that?
Avery Butterworth. He's done some stuff for Phil Diaz and Lost Pages.
Cool.
So yeah, there's a cool 7-page story about these Vikings who, after a raid, end up being caught up in a storm and wind up in a very strange land. It's actually, I would really like to get feedback on it because I have a lot more that I would like to do with that. So, if anybody picks it up and gets it, let me know. Because if people like it, I would really love to kind of do more with it. Nice. But yeah, it's just a fun little short story that kind of sets up the table. And then I'm shooting for maybe at the end of the year, possibly putting out an ash can for this character called Bloodbone. It's kind of like a mix between like the Punisher and Bane. Is this character who's trying to clean up his city from just been overtaken by criminals. It's kind of like a fun 90s kind of action-packed, very violent, very kind of over-the-top fun book. I already have 12 pages for it done.
You keep him busy. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, you gotta grind away.
So what's your price point going to be on Ace Volume 2? Have you decided?
It's going to be the same as the first one. Okay.
And Passion, on the screen, I have one of your featured tier pulled up. Do you want to? I think that's what I backed on Bancroft. So what can you tell us what you get with that?
Sure. The Epic tier is you get the magazine, of course, and you get what's called the deluxe package. That means you get all the stretch goals as they come out, and you get a random sketch card of a character done by myself, which my sketch cards normally go for $25, and the deluxe edition is $25 by itself. So you're getting like a free magazine, with a sketch card by me. You get that, and then you get the original Doom Fate, the first printing of it. I only have about 30 copies left. So what you see there is all I have left until I do Doom Fate 2, which I'll reprint it with a different cover and stuff like that. That goes away. But you'll get that. And then I got some cool pinups, some mini sketches, or I'm sorry, mini prints. And then I'll probably throw in some other extra swag I got sitting around. I got a bunch of trading cards and stuff like that. So I'll probably add a bunch of that. So Tales of Noveterra, a lot of those stories, the characters in them are in Doom Fate. Now, you don't have to have read Doom Fate to get this. It could be a jumping up. These are one and done stories. They're mostly character background stories on some of the characters, but they're just cool fantasy stories by themselves. You don't have to read Doom Fate. If you have read Doom Fate, you're going to want to go back and read Doom Fate again, and just be like, oh, okay, this makes, this is cool.
So Rob, are you, do you offer any of your books signed, or is that if upon request, or normally you don't sign your book?
The Doom Fate ones will be signed. This book, Tales of Noveterra, I want to keep it as pristine magazine as possible. I hope someday to do a con and people are getting everybody who worked on it, because there's like 20 creators on this book. I hope we all do a con, we're all there, and people bring this book there to get everybody to sign it. That would be really cool. I'm going to keep my signature off of it. You notice I don't have anybody's names on the front of the book. It's because that's how they did it on Conan. They didn't really have everybody's name on the book because it's a group effort. It's
what goes in the mysterious white box?
That's going to be like the old Marvel. If you saw Conan, there's going to be a picture of Valeria, kind of my homage to the Basima little drawing that you saw Conan on there and all that stuff. So it's just a mock-up of the covers. So this isn't really a final thing. So I wanted people to kind of get an idea what it's going to look like.
That would make a great poster, I think, too.
That there's plans for that as a stretch goal later on down the line.
Awesome.
So, yeah, hopefully we can get there.
I'm expecting my phone to play the quack any minute, guys. I know you haven't been on my show since I've done the Quacky Quiz, but I'm trying to initiate this new. Oh, there we go. There's the duck. Okay, so guys, Quacky Quiz time. Everybody that's in the chat, looks like we got a good dozen people. Rob and Edwin, you're welcome to join in the contest as long as it's not a question that pertains to your book, because you kind of have an advantage there. So the way it works is that I'm going to play a trailer and I'm going to put the question to win the prize during the trailer. And the first person to guess it in the comments in the chat is the one that's going to win. So we got a whole bunch of stuff to give away, like 5 different drawings today. So I'm going to go ahead and take the share screen off. And so basically the first quiz will be for a copy of Doom Fate. And you gave me a question, my friend, to play for the chat. So guys, I'm going to basically play Passion's trailer for Tales of Noveterra, and then I'm going to flash the question during the trailer. So pay attention, and the first person to get it right will get a copy of Doom Fate sent to them courtesy of Rob. So, okay, so let me go ahead and line up his trailer, and then I'll make sure I get the question ready to go. Yeah, we're ready, guys. Here we go. Oh, Quacky Quiz, though, first. All right, here we go.
Don't duck the question.
you go. Awesome trailer, man.
Thank you.
Goosebumps. All right, let's see what people said in the chat. X, I believe, was the first.
Awesome.
So congratulations. Are you friends with Apex on Twitter?
Let me check. I think I am. If I'm not,
Apex,
we'll
you
have
can.
to alleviate.
He can DM me, and I can.
Yes, we follow each other. Okay. Yeah, he can DM me with his address. I'll send him out a copy.
Awesome. Congratulations. Sorry, Abbo, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. We got a couple Weisenheimers in the chat today. Conan's mom and dad. No, the correct answer was Robert E. Howard. I teased Rob, and I said, was it Mo Howard? And he never answered me back, so he doesn't like my sense of humor. That's all right. So Robert E. Howard, he's only 30 years old when he died, man. Do you know what he died from, Rob?
Suicide.
Oh, really? He killed himself?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's
kind
of a downer. Sorry.
Yes. He died.
Anyway.
You'll realize passion tends to derail streams. If
well, that's the truth.
His sad facts of life, you know.
My God.
When things are going very cheery, you know, passion likes to throw cold water in the stream and just.
Man. All right. Well, Apex, you get a cool copy of Doom Fate from Rob. So, second quiz today, gentlemen. You need to be paying attention. Edwin actually mentioned the answer to this in our when we were chatting about the ace. But if you don't know, you could find out by going to Indiegogo and looking up info on his first campaign. I'll give you a little hint there. So let's go ahead and play Edwin's ace trailer for Volume 2, and I'll play the question during the video. All right. Cool trailer, Edwin.
Pretty epic.
Shout out to Red Gaze for that.
So let's go ahead and see what the guesses were. Sorry, Jeff, it's not Rupert. Jeff is guessing all the wrong answers. It's not Bilbo. He's just being a little funny today. Sylvester, nope. I'm sorry. Not what's with the Ruperts? No, guys, it's not Rupert at all. Jim O'Reilly says, I did a print for the first book. You'd think I know this one, but he's drawing a blank, unfortunately. But
damn it, Jim, you had one job.
We do have a winner. So General Piggy, it is the correct answer was David Diaz. So you win.
Yeah, he's the third Diaz brother.
Yes.
That's awesome. All right, Piggy, congratulations. You win a digital copy. I think you know how to get a hold of me, Piggy. So just I'll forward your information to Edwin. And I'm not sure how Edwin wants to distribute the digital copies yet, but we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
just have him give you your email, and then I'll just email him a copy of it.
He said, Wise Guy said, scroll up, Don. Let me check. Oh, even if I'm wrong, he said Jose. Sorry, Wise. It's not Jose.
It's not Jose Garcia, no.
All right. So Jeff Potts is he thinks he might have legally changed his name to Rupert. So he's trying to plead his case.
I'll look into
He's
it.
trying to
We'll go to the
Jeff,
Russian judges.
You might get a copy just for being creative. We'll see. I'll have to talk to Edwin about that. So Piggy, congratulations. You win the digital copy of the Ace Volume 1. I think you'll enjoy that. Wise Guys is still insisting that David identifies as Jose, but I don't know. All right, guys, time for the third quiz, and this is for a digital copy of my friend Keith Gleason's Hero Envy book. Let me make it kind of big here. So this is a nice thick color trade paperback, and the physical copy sells for $15, but you're going to get a digital copy courtesy of Keith Gleason sent to you. It's lots of fun, kind of in the Mighty Mascot style, but there's actually a Hero Envy web series that he and some other guys did a live action web series on YouTube. So if you check out Hero Envy, you can watch some of the earlier episodes. So I'm going to go ahead and play a trailer for Mighty Mascots, guys, and then I'll put the quiz question during the video. And Passion and Edwin, you're welcome to participate if you know the answer. All right. So, any Mighty Mascots fans out there? No answers yet. Well, there's still time. There's a big bear. There's a big bear in there that's kind of like Arnold. No, not Intigo Montoya. You guys are really. This Rupert might be an ongoing joke in our chat here. Abo says these questions are some brain scratches for sure. Well, if you Google Mighty Mascots, you could. Oh, Wise wins. Congratulations, Wise. I will make sure you get a copy of the Hero Envy trade paperback. So awesome. That is correct. There could have been many different answers: Boxer Bear, Mondo Martian, Brewster McPunch, etc. So good job, Wise. All right. So question number 4. And then we'll have one more after this, and we should finish on time. This is for a, I don't want to show that yet. Sorry, that was a little sneak preview. This is for the copies of Soul Finder from Douglas Ernst. So if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's kind of like a more of a spiritual, I think like a priest that fights against the demonic hordes, and really well done. I mean, we're talking like Matt Weldon artwork, Brett Smith colors. So I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer to Soul Finder, and then I'll put the question on. So like I said, Passion and Edwin, you're welcome to participate if you like.
Dude, that's gonna be sweet. Mark and Tim doing good stuff. I know the plot for the upcoming crossover and wish I could share it, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. So stay tuned. Summer 2022. All right, see you later.
All right.
Arnold
That was
Schwarzenegger.
Doug. Someday that will be a right answer. Okay, so let's see what people said. Someone said 200. Apex, you're way off, my friend. Spicy ramen. I don't know what you guys are thinking today, but we do have a correct answer. Pops continues his winning streaks. There are 66 books in the Bible, Pops. Congratulations. 39 Old Testament and 27 New Testament. So Pops, I know how to get a hold of you to give you these copies. That's a $40 value, guys. Going
Nice.
free to Pops. What a good deal, man. All right, last question of the day is in reference to our good friend Edwin, and it's going to be relating to the Ace. There's no trailer for this since we already played it, so I'm just going to put the quiz question up. So for a digital copy.
Hold on, let me give an alert real quick. Apex, you accidentally posted your address on Twitter as a response. You didn't DM me it. You actually put it out on Twitter. You need to delete that right now. Okay? So go on your Twitter right now and delete that.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, we don't want to dox
You should
it.
respond to my DM. You actually posted it on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
All
All right.
Just letting you know.
So
Go and
thank
delete
you.
that right now.
no problem. All right. So the quiz question for a digital copy of the Ace. What kind of fish is the Ace's enemy? Akula. How'd you come up with that name, Edwin?
It's Russian for shark.
Shark.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, I
Well,
always see Akula as some sort of like a Russian kind of heavy. So
all right. Well, we have a couple answers here, but I'm not sure which one you would like to accept. Abo said great white, and then Wise said shark. So will you accept either, or do you want it just to be a shark?
either one's good.
Either one's good.
Jim, damn it.
Actually, I think you said you were going to give away 3 copies. Can we give one both to Wise and Abo?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we got 2 winners because that's the way we roll over here. So Wise and Abo, you guys will get a digital copy of the Ace. Jim O'Reilly said guppy. That was pretty funny. I think that's going to do it, guys. It is correct. It is a shark. So that's awesome. All right. I think that's going to do it. So before we go, I just want to give Passion and Edwin the chance to let people know how they can reach you, or any other parting words you would like to say to the chat today before we leave.
Yeah, so you can always find me on Twitter at Edwin Aces. That's the place where I do most of my promoting. That's the place where I show most of my art and all that. So if you want to follow me, you can go right there, get all the latest scoops, and please sign up for the Ace Volume 2. It's going to be bigger, better than the first one. I'm really proud and excited for this venture. And like I said, if it does well, Volume 3 is I already got the layout of everything. I just got to kind of write it down. So it's going to be fun. So join us on this ride.
Thanks, Edwin. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Rob, we'll give you the floor, my friend.
Yeah, you can always follow me at Passion4DRAWING either on Twitter or TikTok. Same thing. Do a lot of videos and fun stuff over there. Yeah, back Tales of Noveterra. It's packed full of talent, great stories, great characters, great art. I think you're all gonna love the book. It's everything that I've been listening to the customers for over a year now, so it's everything they
Nice.
want, and I hope everybody can back it. So I appreciate it. Thank you for
Nice.
having me on, Don. I
You're
appreciate
welcome,
it.
guys. I'm going to usher you guys out. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and stay safe out there. See
Take
you,
it easy.
Rob. Bye, Edwin.
Peace.
All right. So, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Next Wednesday, I have 2 guests scheduled. We will be talking to Justin Belmont, who's the creator of Smokes the Fox. And there's a rumor we might even have Mike Barron joining us. We'll see. He's the writer of the book. Stay tuned on my Twitter for that. And there's also another character called Weaponized Werewolf that's on that campaign. It's live right now. So if you want to check out Smokes the Fox, I think it's on Indiegogo. And then Chimera will be joining us. He's the creator of SOS Volume 3. So we'll have 2 creators, and then they're going to give away, I think, some stuff as well. And our friends at Committed Comics will also be giving away a digital copy of one of their books. So I think that's going to be it for today. We're just wrapping up a little bit after 10. My wife will be happy. Say a prayer for my dogs that they get over this stomach thing. It's not been fun for us. We'd like to get some sleep. So anyways, guys, thanks again for joining. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.